Well, you never expect to come into a game and really dominate like that, but that's always the goal. And, you know, they've been playing a really good season so far. You know, they came into this game undefeated, really confident, and we knew we had to come out and show up and play one of our best games of the year, and I think we did that today.
Okay, you had 6 touchdown passes, 5 to Max Gray. It was a great game for you too.
No, I mean, everybody does their part. I mean, when things start to work like that, and I can go to one guy and he's super reliable with everything. I mean, I think it helps everybody else. It only will get everybody else more open, and it just wasn't him today. I mean, everybody else was making catches, everybody was making plays, and the O-line protected, running backs ran hard, and it was overall a full offense performance together.
Yeah. Now you're 6-0. What comes next?
6-0 next. Now, you know, we get back to the drawing board and we get ready for Burn. We have a little bit of time to get there. We don't play till next Monday, so we got to make sure we, you know, take care of our bumps and bruises and just continue to work and progress and keep getting better, because you know, as the season gets into the later times, you know, it only gets harder with injuries and little nicks in here and there, and maybe not playing with some guys. So I think as long as we stay consistent in practice and doing what we're doing right now, I think we'll go into playoffs on a high note.
Yeah. You said about the injuries. You had a lot of guys in front of you who were backups before, and yeah, how do you rate what they did today?
I mean, you can't give, you got to give those guys nothing but credit. I mean, they show up to practice, they do what they're taught, and it's showing on the field. And I think that's a credit also to the coaches. And I think that we're doing a great job of becoming a team where we're really taking pride in the next man up, and those guys have been taking pride in that, and it's showing on the game day. And you know, we haven't really lost a step even with the backup guys.
Congratulations on a big win. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels good. You know, team came together. We played our best game yet, so it feels good.
Yeah. You personally, 5 touchdown passes from John Uribe. This is not like casual for you too, I guess.
No, it's kind of a new feeling for me, but it feels good. But at the end of the day, everybody on the team is doing their job, and that's what matters. The O-line's blocking well, John's throwing good passes, but the other receivers too, they're running great routes, making good plays. So yeah, I just got lucky today.
Yeah, in the first quarter it was a pretty tight game. Thun played really tough, was ahead.
Yeah.
What was the difference? I mean, you had the big return and then the score right away. Was this like the turning point of the game, or?
Honestly, I'm not sure where the turning point was. We had good energy the whole game. We just knew we had to keep making plays and keep driving the football. So as offensively, we just kept doing the same thing over and over. But yeah, if that's where the turn of the game was, I guess so. But no, it felt good.
Now you are 6-0. What does this mean now for the remainder of the season?
You know, being undefeated doesn't mean you're going to win the championship. So we just got to keep playing well, keep getting better, and then when it comes to playoffs, win those and hopefully win a championship.
Coach, congratulations on a big win. Yeah, did you expect it to be such one-sided?
I wouldn't say it was one-sided. I certainly was hoping we would play our best game to date, and we did in all phases, offense, defense, and special teams. Definitely a team win, definitely you know, guys stepping in at different positions. You know, we already have Marco Muzio, who started the year on defense on the O-line, now Giannis Hammerman, who started as a linebacker, stepping in as guard. So, you know, guys stepping in and playing well, and yeah, as a whole team, that was the best game we played to date. So that was what we were hoping for, and very happy that's what the players delivered.
Especially, I mean, the offense really had a great game, but we have to talk about John, your quarterback, and also Max. He had 6 touchdowns, 5 to Max, and it was just a dominating performance of both of them.
It was. I mean, you know, it's very helpful to get a handful of import players into your team that can make a difference. And you know, early in the game, I don't know how much attention Max got, and took advantage of that. And then as the game wore on, more attention was paid to Max, and that opened up things for everybody else. For Celeste Conceprio, Moritz Bowler scored a touchdown. Noah Bachhofen and Cesare Alberti both played great games as running backs. So, but you know, having that combination, John to Max, is a very nice thing to have, and plan to take advantage of that as often as we can.
Like the explosion you had in the second quarter, I thought like one of the turning points maybe was like the kickoff, they kicked out of bounds and then again, and you let them re-kick, and then you had that big return of Max, which who scored right away. Was this one of the major points in the game?
It certainly was helpful. I mean, we scored on the very next play. John scrambled around and found Max on the scramble. So you know, yeah, I mean, those guys made a lot of plays today. Some of it was you know, the on the script, and sometimes they just, you know, they made plays when things broke down. You know, that's what you need. You need guys that can operate your system, but also in those plays in the game where things break down, can improvise and make plays. And those two guys did an excellent job of both of those things today.
Also the defense, it was like they changed a little bit in the second quarter. They got, like in the first quarter, Thun made some plays in the offense, but second and third quarter they stopped them pretty well. Yeah, what can you say about the defense?
Yeah, I think the defense took a big step forward this week. The last handful of weeks we've struggled in playing a complete game on the defensive side of the ball, and I think you know, the unit as a whole, coaches and players, you know, really concentrated on this opponent. You know, Thun has a very well balanced offensive attack. They have good running backs, good linemen, good receivers, and their quarterback is a very solid player. So we knew we had our hands full. They could attack the whole field, and they did. And after those first two scoring drives, you're right, the defense really buckled down throughout the second and third quarter, and it wasn't really until the end of the game when you know, we started substituting with the 52-17 lead that scoring for Thun continued in the later part of the game.
Maybe last question. You're now ahead in the first place. You're 6-0. What does this mean for the remainder of the season?
Not a whole lot. I mean, you're right. We are in first place. We are 6-0, but you know, even after today, Thun only has one loss. Zurich only has one loss, and we play both of those teams over the next 3 weeks. So, like I told the team after the game, we don't have the 1 seed locked up at all. We don't even have a home game in the first round, you know, locked up. We're 1 game ahead of 2 good teams, both of whom we're going to see in the next 3 weeks. So, you know, I hope the players enjoy the victory for what's left of today, but tomorrow, you know, we got to get up and get ready for the next, you know, the next game, which is Bern, which is probably the best Ofer team I've ever seen. You know, they've been really close, a lot of 1-score losses, and of course we remember the game here we played on Easter where Bern you know, came back and nearly took that game from us. So you know, nice that we played well today. Very happy with that aspect of it, how the standings look, and we got to get up and keep going, because we have locked nothing up.